We are off the charts with Joe Jr., Mike Lindsley, and our guy Scott Jones here. Northside Collision.
How we doing?
We're going to do an awesome segment today.
Way to be
Joe,
here.
with me, with Scott. We're going to go behind the scenes here in a couple of minutes as well. It's all brought to you by CH Insurance. They are in your corner with, of course, group benefits, personal and commercial insurance plans, and a heck of a lot more. Both you guys have been on my corner for about 5 days here, getting this thing ready to go.
Yes.
Both?
Right?
Good, Mike.
Herculean effort. And let me all have good breath. I'm just, very happy we all brushed before this.
Good breath and good internet.
Good internet.
That's right. Well, Scott, part of the reason why we're here and we wanted to kind of, bring you into the show, big gas, local business, local people, getting kind of a feel for what you guys do as well. So take it away. I mean, the platform is yours. Give people an idea about, where we are, what you guys do, why you do it, your background, tie it all in a little bit here on Off the Charts.
Yeah, sure. So we've Northside Collision. We're 40 plus years in business. We've got 9 locations. I'm born and raised here in Syracuse. I was a Valley boy, and teamed up with my uncle years ago. Built this store here. This Cicero location was our first one, ground up, and then he and I built it to 5 locations over the years. He retired back in 2018. We've added 4 more stores since then, and we're just having fun. Got a great crew of people, amazing group of people. We repair cars. That's what we do. We don't do mechanical work for off street. We just repair automobiles that are damaged.
Joe, I'll give you the floor here. I know you and Scott are close, and certainly he's in your corner and you're in his.
Oh yeah. We became close through one of Scott's managers or district managers, Mark Aquino, who really the relationships with Joe Corsi, and we got to know Scott through handling all the group benefits. And thank you for that.
I got to tell you, Joe Corsi.
Yeah, give Joe Corsi a plug.
No, really. I mean, we teamed up with you guys through Mark Aquino, and Corsi did such an amazing job with our health insurance. I mean, better than I've been doing this for 37 years. And never ever worked with anyone that other than CNH that handled my business the way that you guys.
Thank you.
And I mean that sincerely.
Thank you. And because of the relationship, thank you for turning over the business insurance. So the liability, the workers' comp, and the other thing, Mike, about the relationship, we're very active. Our consumers, business owners have auto claims. And I just think Scott and I talked, and most of them come here, but it's a very stressful situation when you get in a car accident. Yes, how to do it, how long it takes. We're getting beat up. Their team's getting beat up. So in the next few months or over the course of the year, we're going to talk about how to become better in this and have a nice alliance with each other, because it's the carriers all pay the claims, but a lot of them are looking to not to pay. And you've got to be on the cutting edge of technology, and Northside has that, and we're in people's corner. I mean, we fight for them for a claim, Mike, as you know. I don't care. And I personally had a situation. I hit a deer in December. Who do I call? Aquino. I didn't bug you, Scott.
No, it's good. It's good. Mark took care of it.
Hit a deer. Okay. I look at it, $3, $4, $5 grand damage.
Just that deer works for me.
That's a great story.
I need
so $10,000 in damage. But the beautiful thing about you guys, and I told Mark, and I mean this, they kept me communicated every step of the way.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Convertino. We're going to need another 7 days. What? Why? Well, we found some other stuff. So the communication is so key, Mike, and that's the key in, I think, our business as well with insurance. So similar backgrounds, similar passion for customers, and that's what we want to do. And hats off to these guys, because they've been around a long time, local, community-driven. Speaking of community, it's big with us. What is some of the things Northside does out there?
So we're real big with Teen Challenge, amazing organization. They have a great track record of taking alcohol and drug abusers, kind of off the streets, getting them rehab through a 1-year program, and they've had incredible success. So we're a big supporter of that. Sunshine Horses is another one that they've got a gala coming up, fundraiser. It's basically a rescue barn for horses. These are ex race horses that come off the track. And this organization, my wife helps run it.
She's on the board.
She's no longer on the board, so that's a stressful job.
Okay.
But she still works there. She volunteers there every single week. And it's not only is it an organization that saves the horses from slaughter, but different organizations in the community will actually go up there and just spend time with the horses. It's great therapy for folks with depression or anxiety or what have you.
Right. So, Mike, wait till you hear this. I know you're supposed to be asking the questions. I thought of this with Scott.
Love your show.
What's the one thing, Scott, and I'm going to maybe trick you, that people don't know that Northside does out there? And it's a trick question. Well, I'll give you a hint.
For the community?
No,
for
your business. And I'll give you a little hint.
Okay, give me a hint.
That I found out.
Help me out, brother.
Recruiting.
Oh, my God.
So talk about that.
Yeah, you know, all of us business owners, we grouse and complain about not being able to find people. And these kids, us old guys, complain about young people and they don't want to work. It's nonsense. There are some great young people out there that really want to work. They're not necessarily college. They don't want to go to college. That's not their pathway. They want to work with their hands. And after COVID, we reopened one of our stores as a school. So I've had a couple of our, I guess, long-term employees take that thing and turn it into a school. They're doing a hell of a job. We've got a great group of young people working there right now. They sign a 3-year deal, and that first year they spend in that school, working on vehicles under the tutelage of these two guys,
and get paid.
And they get paid. Yeah, there's nothing out there like it.
When I heard this, I go,
yeah.
You got to let the community know about this, because
huge,
it helps your business. It helps retain people.
Yep.
And think about it. You're shadowing someone to, work on cars that hopefully we'll see behind the scenes here in a little bit. But that's a great thing.
I was talking to my son last night, who's learning to manage one of that particular store. And he said, we've got some kids that have some tough backgrounds, tough family situations, and not a lot of prospects for a career. And these kids come into our program and then they work with these mentors who are just so patient, and we're giving them a career. I mean, look, you can make 100, 150, 200 grand as a body or paint technician in this business. It's insane what you can make if you're a really, really skilled and efficient technician. So my son was excited about it because we're giving these kids a future.
Right. Now, how many people would you say you have in the program right now?
So right now we've got 8 total in the program. 6 in that location, and the others are spread out to other stores.
So if you're listening out there, get to Scott and his team, because if you want to become part of this organization, what a great way to learn.
Yeah.
What a great way.
You're getting paid to learn a career,
That's
a skill,
awesome.
A skill you can take anywhere for life.
No doubt. Well, this is the stuff we love. This is why we're doing Off the Charts, brought to you by CH Insurance, local businesses, leaders in the community, business owners, star athletes, and personalities. We got everybody on the show. But
Star athletes.
Yeah. Well, former athletes.
Ex-athletes.
Ex-athletes.
There you go.
And Mike, Northside's a huge SU. You love sports, right?
Yeah.
No doubt about it. So again, the biggest names, the biggest sports media personalities, local business owners, and community-driven people as well. Wait till you see what we have coming up next year on Off the Charts. These two guys are going to go behind the curtain, behind the scenes. We're going to show you everything and anything about Northside Collision. That's coming up next.
I'm not working back there, Scott.
Okay.
Don't put me to work.
That's next on Off the Charts.
All right.
All right, Off the Charts resumes with my man Scott Jones from Northside Collision. Of course, Joe Jr. of CH Insurance. You guys are now in the back area here. Scott, lead us through this, man. Where are you, and what are all of your people doing back there?
Well, it's Friday, end of the day, so we're doing our Friday cleanup. It's scrub the floors, get all the parts moved out, all the cars moved. So it's really a big Friday cleanup. If you want to look at, kind of what we're doing, we've got over here, major wreck. I don't know if that's something you're interested in.
Yeah, no, what was this?
So major side hit. You may not be able to tell, but all this is new. This entire side of this truck is new. You see the roof's off, replace the roof, the inner and outer structure. This is a major, probably a $25,000 repair, major.
Oh.
And what's interesting is there's only just so many technicians in the city of Syracuse that can repair something like this, and we're blessed really to have.
Now, obviously, an insurance claim, not to be a
Yeah,
jerk, okay?
Not CNH.
Okay, but why wouldn't the car be totaled? I always try to, it 25,000 for our listeners out there.
Yep.
Carriers like to total cars, right? And
They don't.
They don't.
They really don't.
So they don't. I thought there was they like to do that. Why don't you talk about that?
It's the way New York State law is written. Once you hit 75% of the value of the vehicle, most insurance companies at that point, they will total the vehicle.
Okay.
And wipe it out. But you've got, a truck like this, it's, $60,000-$70,000 off the line,
Thank you.
25 grand.
Now, how long is this going to take, Scott?
So, it all depends on parts. That's part of it. It could be 6-8 weeks. It really could be a couple of months on something this major. And it's not only if you're waiting for the parts, but you're waiting for, there's only so many guys that can repair something this big.
Okay.
So you're waiting for that guy to get caught up to get on that vehicle.
Right. And Mike, we'll take you through the back in a little bit, but talk about parts, supply chains. The insurance carriers are telling us again, yes, auto insurance is going up a little bit,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Because of the parts, the inflation, all of that.
Yeah.
Does that hit you
Oh, for
locally?
sure, for sure. Ever since COVID, we've had supply chain troubles. Getting parts is a nightmare, especially from overseas. It's added parts delays have added so much. It would be nice to get some more of that manufacturing in the U.S.
So in the US, so are you a patient guy when it comes to tariffs?
Am I a patient guy?
Yes. Would you be paid, you know, if there's tariffs coming in the industry, like all industry,
Yep. We're gonna feel
your
some short.
expenses are gonna go up.
They are.
Insurance is gonna go up. And
Yes.
again, it's why you gotta be with the right collision shop folks and actually the right insurance
Oh, sure.
agent to help you guide.
Well, that's the thing. It's a battle. You got, you and I are on the customer side, right?
Yep.
We love the insurance company. We need them, obviously. We all do. But we are the guys that we get in the ring, we put the gloves on, and we go to bat for the customer, right?
Mike, it sounds like he's in his client's corner too. What the hell?
Hey man, and the thing is, I changed the background here, Scott. I hope you don't mind. I changed it to
Oh,
my
he's got the
favorite
bill
wall
for you, Scott.
Oh, there you go.
in your office. I had to
Got
do
my
this,
Josh back
right?
there.
Yeah, that's my guy. So, Scott, I always like to ask people this, business owners, especially athletes, authors, artists, whatever. When somebody comes here, they get done with the work that you do. You guys are done with the work and they leave. They're happy. Yes. But what do you hope beyond happy? What do you hope they're saying? When they leave and they're around the water cooler with people, what do you hope they're saying about the Northside Collision experience?
What they say about that experience when they leave with their car.
So
What do they hope?
That's an interesting question
Here,
because
let's go over here where it's a little quieter.
quieter. So again, I've been doing this for 37 years. Born and raised here. I love this town. I love the people. We repair about 1,000 vehicles a month. I'm touching 1,000 customers.
1,000 vehicles a month.
Yep. So customer service is everything. That's
Yeah.
how we've been able to grow in this city. You got big national players coming into Syracuse trying to take our business, but the local community has supported us and blessed us in such an amazing way. So what I proselytize to my people is, I don't want to give good customer service. I don't want to get good scores. What I want the customer to say is, Northside Collision gave me the best service of any place I've ever been in my life. And I've got some people that get those from customers. It's cool.
Right.
I can't tell you how many cookies and cupcakes and stuff that people bring in. And I know you guys have that same
Yeah,
mentality.
we do. And even with my car, and I don't think you did it with me, but you had it cleaned, you vacuum it. I mean,
Every car.
it's a emotional, stressful time,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when there's a claim. I keep telling you that.
Right.
It starts when we get the call.
Sure.
They don't get the call for us. The insurance agent gets the call first. And then we put them at ease.
Yep.
And you want to go to a place like Northside.
I appreciate your trust, Joe. I really
It
do.
really
Thank
is.
you.
I love
Oh,
it.
thank you.
So back here, Mike, we'll kind of close. We go back. Scott, wasn't this an addition?
So yeah, we had this on years ago. This is our fleet department where we repair tractors, trailers, buses, boats. You can see here.
So Mike, don't forget, it's not just personal vehicles. They have a big talk about your commercial division.
Oh my God, huge. This is huge. We're one of the few in town that does it. Again, tractors, trailers, campers, buses, fiberglass.
Wow.
Aluminum. We do it all back here.
And you got Amazon trucks.
Yeah, baby.
I hope, are they loaded up with goods?
No, they're not.
So they've got a big fleet. You have the Amazon account,
Yes.
obviously?
Yep.
So they even have the Amazon account.
Yep. Again,
For-
about trust.
It's unbelievable.
Yep.
So, crazy question. You're not selling cars, are you?
No. No.
These guys got,
One
it looks
of the
like a
things
car lot.
One of the things a lot of people don't know that's different from Northside Collision is, you have an accident, your car's tied up, maybe a week, maybe 2 months. We can provide you with a loaner car.
Yeah, talk about
So
that.
even if
'Cause
you
I
don't-
love that. You got a
Okay.
relationship where?
So with Enterprise Rent a Car, but we actually have about 165 vehicles in our personal fleet. So, if you don't have rental coverage,
Correct.
you're kind of stuck, right?
Right.
They should buy rental coverage from you.
Right.
They really should.
Yep.
It's very expensive, but if you don't, we can provide a car for you to drive while yours is tied up.
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's huge.
So,
No doubt.
anything else, Michael? Before
I think
we
that's
close?
that's about it. I wanted to get Scott, give me maybe a minute in closing. You're a diehard Bills fan. You love Josh Allen, although probably
So
not
does
as much
Mike.
as you.
Here we go.
Mike.
Here we go.
At the beginning. When you watch him play, you've been a sports fan forever. When you watch him play, what goes through your mind? What are you seeing? How would you describe it?
You know, when he's playing, especially in the regular season, one of the things I notice about him is he's having a good time, right? He's smiling, he's laughing, he's joking with his teammates. So they're enjoying the game of football, and that, we all love that, right?
I do. I agree.
It's just
And
one
it
of the things.
relates to the business. I mean, when you're watching that stuff and you see a guy like that, how can you not be
Well, think about it.
motivated?
We're not young guys. We've been at this, you and I, for a long time.
I am.
Okay, you're younger than me, better looking too. But we've been doing this for a while, and I still love it. I'm having fun. People say, when are you going to retire? When are you going to sell out? Probably, I don't know. I don't really have a retirement plan. I have a death plan. I'm going to wait till when I die. That's
And you know what my dad always said, and Senior?
Yeah.
When you
Great
get
guy.
up one day and you're not having fun,
Yep.
that's when it's time.
It's still fun, man.
Right? No, but I'm saying.
Yeah.
It says, so we're both in a great business, Mike. I'd like to let the community know we're taking this to another level with some different things during the year. Scott's agreed to.
Yeah.
Because collision repair and insurance, it's not sexy, but you got to understand how to mitigate the process, buddy.
Right.
No doubt.
Thanks for being in
Thank
our
you, brother.
corner, buddy. Thank you.
Very
What's up?
cool. Well, hey, there they
Mike,
are. Joe Jr.
thank
from CH Insurance, Scott Jones, Northside Collision. It's all brought to you by CH Insurance here off the charts on the ML Sports Platter. Don't forget to visit chinsurance.cc for all your insurance needs. And the hands-down best collision repair in Central New York is right here at Northside Collision, northsidecollision.com, social platforms for both of them as well. Guys, thanks so much, and we'll talk to you
Mike,
soon.
thanks.
Thanks,
Appreciate you.
Mike.